Hey, y'all, it's your favorite Unc. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to Nightcap YouTube channel so you never miss a single live stream or video of myself, Ocho, and Gil. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you. We got the Olympic gold medal in speed climbing joining us. He set the time of 4 seconds, 4.74 seconds. And here he is joining us live, Sam Watson. Sam, how you doing, bro?
Thanks for having me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
We can hear you, yeah. Doing great today. Thank you for having me on.
No, thanks for coming on. Ocho, before you go, let me ask you this. Obviously, you go to the Olympics and you're trying to win the gold medal. Did you think it was going to take a world record in order for you to win the gold, or you didn't really care the time? You like, I want the gold medal, and if it takes a world record, because if I'm not mistaken, you had just set the world record a couple of weeks before going to Paris. Am I correct?
Yeah, so I set the world record twice, actually. I set it once and broke my own one in April at a comp in China. And then I went to the qualification elimination heat and broke. So I lost it for 14 minutes to another athlete and then got it back. And then, so speed climbing is a tournament format. So then I lost in the semifinal round, got sent to the bronze medal match. And then, you know, after that, you kind of got nothing to lose. You're kind of mad. So then I broke my own world record to get the bronze medal.
Okay.
I like it. Listen, you grew up in South Lake, right?
Yeah.
So I'm curious. I always like to go back. And get a better understanding on where the passion and love for climbing came from, especially speed climbing.
So I just personally loved the idea of improvement and the idea of being on the same wall. It's the same track every time. And you can be on the same wall in training as all these competitions across the world. So lowering your time through all that. And I met a beautiful community in DFW. And that really brought me up.
Well, let me ask you this. Obviously, you got eliminated from gold medal competition and you set the world record in the bronze medal match. Is it bittersweet? Because obviously you went there to win the gold medal. Now, I think the consolation prize of setting a world record and taking $50,000 off a Nightcap, you had to feel pretty good about that. But were you kind of disappointed in your performance, Sam?
Yeah, there's a lot of emotions. Obviously, you have this goal of this is the only thing I want. I'm trying so hard to get an Olympic gold medal. But to be quite honest, I think I represented my country well, and I respect the other two athletes that podiumed ahead of me. And I like the fact that I had this goal for so long, and now I have 4 more years to keep that the same. I get to go to LA 2028, compete in front of my home crowd when I'm a bit older and more experienced, and then hopefully competitions wise, I can get a big resume of things, keep my world record, push it down, and then be a gold medal favorite and finally kind of complete that resume in LA.
Yeah, I like it. Listen, as someone that also climbs, not walls. Listen, mango trees. I don't know if you would know what mango trees are. I used to climb the fence. I used to break into the pool when I wasn't supposed to be there in the summer as a little kid growing up. That is really considered climbing. But for you, speed climbing, it's demanding, not just physically and mentally. How do you handle the pressures right before it's time to climb, especially when you have to compete against someone and you're competing against time? Is it difficult?
Yeah, so I'd say speed climbing is the lowest margin of error sport in the entire Olympic Games. It is 30 movements at max speed, and if you mess up one, you're kind of screwed. So, I mean, you got to embrace the pressure. Tell any other 18-year-old that they have to compete in this sport on the biggest stage, competing for your country and glory. And then I was also thinking about the gold medal count overall. Thankfully, we won in the tiebreaker, but kind of chip on my shoulder that we didn't win overall. So, I mean, you have this stress and you have this pressure, and obviously you have to embrace it, and not everyone can.
Sam, how did you get into rock? How did you get into speed climbing?
So I got into climbing because I would climb walls and I'd climb these brick places around my house, and my parents were like, we want to support you, but that's pretty dangerous. So they took me into the climbing gym, and I met a great community in DFW. And that's kind of how I got into it: competition climbing, and then eventually speed as well.
Right. So how long are you? Go ahead, Ocho.
Okay, listen. When you talk about speed, right, and when it comes to climbing, how do you improve your reaction time and explosiveness? I know how to do it when it comes to sports, and the things you have to do in the weight room. But how do you improve your reaction time and explosiveness when it comes to climbing? That's really interesting.
Yeah, so it's pretty similar in a lot of ways to track as well. So I'm in the gym probably 3 to 4 times a week, and then I'm on the wall probably 4 to 5 times a week. So
Right.
you're in the gym doing some not fully plyometric, but pretty like decent high effort motions, big
Right.
jumps. I can dunk a basketball. I'm only 5'11", but I can do it. And like stuff
Wow.
like that to really get you exploding on the wall, both upper body and lower body.
Mm, I like that.
But it definitely works better for speed climbing, the lighter body weight you are, but the stronger you are. Am I correct?
Typically the leaner. So think about like the archetypes. Think about like the John Morant type builds where you're like
Yes.
very lean and you can jump really high. So I would say the leaner rather than the just overall lighter you are.
Is this the quickest you've ever won 50 grand?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so.
Hey, before a race, do you have any pre-race rituals? Do you have any superstitions, or you just go out there and have fun and just climb as fast as you can?
Yeah, so since the wall is the same every time, what I do is I kick the wall and I'll hit the wall and then I just say every time after that I have 20 seconds probably between that time where I set up the buzzer on the foot and
Mhm.
when I go I have about 20 seconds and that 20 seconds regardless of if it's in practice or if it's at the Olympic Games, I can do the same thing every time.
Ah, that's
So,
dope, man.
so the walls, no matter what the competition, all the walls are exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple details like obviously it's hard to what's called homologation where you make it the same every time to certify a world record, but generally yes.
I got to do that, I got to do that.
I will gladly give both of you guys a climbing lesson.
No, I'm too
It'll be
heavy.
fun.
I'm too
Oh,
heavy.
no, no,
I'm too
listen.
No,
heavy.
I think I want to do it. So what I've done, all the Olympians that we've had on track, swimmers, I've challenged everybody. Somewhat this could almost be a series. Listen, Ocho versus everybody. Even though you guys
Okay.
are elite at what you do in your respective crafts, I do respect it, but I want to compete. I want to race against you and speed climb and see how bad I lose, or maybe I can win.
no,
Which
no. So okay, if you set up, all right, so you come out. I live in Salt Lake City. Do you want to come out there, right? I think
okay.
you guys in LA too? There's a wall in
I'm
LA as well.
I'm in Miami.
Miami. Okay, I'm not sure
Yeah.
about that, but we can find a place, right? And we can
Right,
put you on the speed wall. We
right.
can give you a road to sub 10 seconds, and that would be super impressive.
10 seconds?
10 seconds, yeah.
That's long. I'm sure
All right, okay, we'll give you 9 or 8. I mean, you can just keep
okay.
going. You can keep going.
I like that. I like that. Okay.
Sam,
You need a camera crew.
okay. Sam, do you free climb?
No, no, unfortunately, my parents disapprove. I can't be doing that. Too dangerous.
Okay.
I got a couple. So the guy who did that, Alex Honnold, the free solo, is we want to do not just speed climbing on the regular competition wall, but I want to do big wall speed climbing. So I'm trying to race up like the route he climbed, the nose in Yosemite Valley. Like I want to try to do that in under 2 hours. So that's another ambition I got.
That's dope. That's dope.
Man, I mean, but so what's the biggest difference? Obviously, speed. With speed not being a factor, what is the major difference between climbing, wall climbing, and say free climbing?
So like what I do, speed climbing is just on your goal is just to compete and do it faster, and you're really
Yeah,
racing against the mental aspect and the stress when I talked about. And then like climbing on rock is such a different experience, and I still do love doing that so much, where you're in nature, you're on a route, and it's typically harder, and you're doing it slower. So the holds, what you grab onto, are smaller,
Right.
and the for both your hands and feet. So you have to grip them pretty hard and all that.
That's crazy.
well, Sam, thank you for taking time. I know you were busy. Thank you for getting back. Congratulations on your bronze medal. Uh, we got you covered. I think you've already received your consolation prize from Nightcap.
Mhm.
Thank you again for coming on. We greatly appreciate it. We're proud you represented the country extremely well. Best of luck in 28, and we'll see you down the road.
All right, see you guys then. Hit me
All
up
right.
if
All
you
right,
want to
man.
learn how
Have a
to
good one.
climb. I'll follow through.
I got you, baby.
All right, see you guys. Thank you.